to the Hyper Chef. Today we're going to make panzanella, which is an Italian bread salad. It's absolutely delicious. Now what I'm going to do to start with, I have to make my own croutons. What I've done is I've taken a loaf of olive oil ciabatta bread. Any bread will work, but I like the olive oil ciabatta bread. I cut the rest of it up, but I'm going to show you me cutting up the last piece. So all you're going to do is you're going to cut it like this. And then I'm going to start this on the stove while we do everything else. Okay, now what I'm going to put in here is I'm going to put some olive oil in here and we're going to brown the croutons. They're actually really tasty. It's hard not to eat them while they're cooking. And I'm going to throw a little bit of salt on the olive oil. And once it gets hot, I will drop these in. In the meantime, let's talk about our other ingredients. Okay, what do we have here? We have little grape tomatoes, which I cut in half. We have Kirby cucumbers or English cucumbers, which I cut in half. You don't have those, you can use any cucumber you have. I have 1.5 yellow peppers that I chopped up into small pieces. I have capers. Now, what are we gonna add to that? We're gonna add hearts of palm. Hearts of palm looks like this when it's in the jar. So I saved the last two to show you how I'm gonna cut them. So I'm gonna take it like that. And we're just gonna cut them in half again. These are absolutely delicious, very easy to find. You can buy them in bulk at the big bulk stores. It's actually a better deal when you do it that way. We're going to put those in. Cut that all the way through. Now, the last thing that goes in here is a chiffonade of basil. What is a chiffonade? It's when you make it into little, it's gonna cut up into little strips. So I've already pre-rinsed some basil, and I'm going to bunch it up like this. And I'm just gonna very quickly run my knife through it and make little strips out of it. See? That's all it is. So we're gonna throw the basil in, and just doing it that, it just gives it such a wonderful earthy flavor. Really, the herbs really activate it. We're gonna take that, we're gonna throw that in, and that's how fast it is to prepare this. So let's add the rest of the hearts of palm in. All right, now, while this is heating up, let me see if this is ready yet. Just starting to get ready. Okay, so now I'm gonna dump the bread in. All right, you can hear it, already hear it sizzling. And what you do is I take the tongs and I just move it around to coat them with the olive oil, which is what you want to do. Hear the sizzle? And what'll happen, they'll actually start getting like little brown marks on them. And while that is, we'll just incorporate all that. I'm gonna probably shake a little more salt on it. So. Okay. And while that is incorporating, we're gonna go back and make the dressing. Okay, so dressing. Any kind of Dijon mustard. Maybe 2 teaspoons full for this size of a bowl that we're doing. And then we're going to whisk that with white balsamic. So we're going to take that and whisk it like this. You want equal parts? That's about right. This is a great dressing for plain tuna from the can. If you're dieting, it's a really good way to do it. I'll put some black pepper in here. And how do we finish this simple dressing? Gonna hold the olive oil in one hand, and as it's streaming in, I'm going to whisk it. This dressing is great on everything. It's also a great marinade for chicken on the grill, pork. It's really tasty. All right, that's it. That's your dressing. See how easy that was? So now I'm going to keep working on the croutons, and when we come back, I will assemble the salad. Okay, we're back. As you can see, all the oil has now been incorporated and they have brown marks on them just like French toast. I'm gonna grab myself a bowl, a dish, so that I can take them out and let them cool a little before I put them on the salad. All right, so I put them on the plate here. You can hear they're still sizzling. We don't want it to cook the salad. So, whoop. We'll save that one. Now, these are delicious just by themselves. What can you do with this? You can use this. You can do this with day old bread that's gonna get wasted because it's stale. Don't waste stale bread. This is a fantastic way to use it. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drop in the dressing right on top, like that. Get all of it. Oops. And I'm going to stir and incorporate it. Look at that, doesn't that look great? Now, what do you want to do with the bread? This is a do-ahead, except for the bread. You don't want to put the bread in that many hours before you serve it because the bread starts to get soggy. So what I'm going to do now is, these actually have already cooled. Let me see. Yeah, they've cooled off enough. I'm going to drop them in, and I'm going to incorporate them and coat them with the dressing. And now you have what we call panzanella, which is Italian bread salad. I like serving it in a clear glass bowl because it just looks so pretty on the table. This is a great summer salad, a great lunchtime favorite. Unfortunately, it's not one that, you can do everything ahead because they're all hard vegetables with the exception of the bread. You can even make the bread the day before. But I probably wouldn't dress it, and I definitely wouldn't add the bread so right before you're going to serve it, because nobody wants soggy bread cubes. All right, I'm going to show you. Let's put some in a bowl. I'll show you. Look at this. Look at all that crunchy goodness all together. You have the hearts of palm, you have the peppers, you have the tomatoes, you have the basil, you have the cucumbers. It makes a great lunch or a nice side dish. And as we like to say here on The Hyper Chef, mangia con buon gusto.